Hello and welcome to this AWS TechShift Migrate and Modernize video mini-series. This video series is aimed at independent software vendors who are currently running on-premise and are looking to migrate to the cloud. It's also aimed at those that are looking to modernize an existing architecture to become more cloud native. Through these 5 short videos, we will explore the benefits of migrating to AWS and the techniques involved in modernizing a typical monolithic architecture. We will do this by introducing a case study application, and through each of the videos we will dive deeper into a specific element of the architecture to improve. In the first introduction video, let's again think about the benefits of migration and introduce our case study.
So as an ISV, how will you benefit from moving your application to the cloud? Increase agility and performance. Focus your time on adding new features and differentiating your application rather than managing infrastructure and data centers. We invent on your behalf at AWS with services such as AI, ML, and analytics available on demand whenever you are ready, allowing easy experimentation and reducing the time to market. Nearly unlimited scalability. With AWS, you can scale your application as your business grows and onboard new customers without having to worry about capacity challenges such as planning and buying new hardware for your data center. You can scale within your local region or go global within minutes. Improve reliability. Multiple availability zones within each region allows you to architect your application for high availability and improve the uptime for your end users. Lower costs. AWS benefits from economies of scale, and our experience and innovation allows us to find new ways to deliver technology more efficiently. We pass these cost savings on to you as our customers. You also get the elasticity with the cloud, meaning you only pay for what you use. So if your application has spiky or unpredictable usage patterns, this allows you to save over provisioning for peak. Security is job zero at AWS. And with AWS, you can build on the most secure global infrastructure, knowing that you always own your data, including the ability to encrypt it, move it, and manage retention. AWS also supports more security standards and compliance certifications than any other offering, including PCI, DSS, GDPR, and FIPS 140-2. Now let's introduce our example corporation, which we'll use as a migration case study for the rest of the video series. So what application will we be migrating and modernizing? The application is a simple photo gallery where users can upload, tag, and search for photos. It is developed using Node.js and JavaScript and has been built to replicate a business that has been running for many years. As a result, parts of the application are quite basic, some parts are hard-coded, and some parts are more advanced, and as the application has evolved over time. The application has a HTTP web front, which is a single page application, and everything runs from a single server, including the database. Our Unicorn Photo Gallery application exists on-premise today, on a single server in a data center, and end users access it over the internet. If we were to move this server into AWS in a lift and shift model, we would first look to use a service called Amazon Elastic Cloud Compute, or EC2. With EC2, we can run our application as is on a virtual Linux or Windows instance running in the cloud, paying per hour that it runs. This is okay, it's simple and it works, but there are a few challenges. Firstly, there is a single instance in a single availability zone, meaning that there's no resilience should the availability zone or the instance fail. We also can't scale the database separately from the web tier, as they are all on a single instance. Ideally, we would want to be able to scale the web tier horizontally by adding more nodes. We also have to have the EC2 instance running all the time, no matter what the traffic demand is. We should scale based on demand, as well as offload some of the requests to static content, such as images, to a caching layer. Throughout the rest of the video series, we will look to improve this architecture. We will introduce more subnets in more availability zones and improve security using private subnets. We will also separate out the database layer using a service called Amazon Aurora. We will then scale out the web tier using an auto-scaling group and a load balancer. Finally, we will move the static web content to Amazon S3 as an object store and front this with Amazon CloudFront as a content delivery network. Amazon CloudFormation will also be used to define our infrastructure resources as code. And that's it for the introduction. Join us in the next video where we will look at landing zones and a VPC structure.